So we got a Music Monday story here, and this is from Truth to Tweet. Truth to Tweet shares this Music Monday story. Truth to Tweet shares a lot of articles on this show. False to Tweet, not so much. But this takes us to Tennessee, my old stomping ground. I used to live in Nashville. A lot of you guys know that about me. Check this out. Dolly Parton statue may replace KKK leader memorial at Tennessee Capitol. If we want to preserve history, then let's tell it the right way. So former Ku Klux Klan leader and Confederate soldier Nathan Bedford Forrest has been memorialized with a statue in the Tennessee Capitol building since 1978. Isn't that amazing that that's when it went up? 1978. That's when they put up a statue recognizing a Ku Klux Klan leader. A few decades later, local legislators are finally realizing a grand wizard should probably not be honored. It took us a minute. Guys with the Tennessee legislator, it took us a little bit of time, but we realized, maybe this guy. I don't know if everyone's a fan. I don't know if everyone's a fan of this Nathan dude. I had heard he put out some good albums. I don't know. I thought everyone would be on board, but turns out he was leading the KKK, and we can't. I mean, maybe not everyone that lives in this state's a fan. That we're getting this inkling. I don't know. Maybe we need to run some focus groups. Maybe we need to have some longer conversations about this. It took them this long. Anyway, all right. So they're looking to replace it with a new statue, and Dolly Parton is a possible option. It's a big decision to make, one that should be thought over carefully. Well, maybe the statue of who to replace it with, that should be thought over carefully. But getting rid of the statue, that should be a no-brainer. It's time to get rid of the statue. This is not about, quote, history. This is not about preserving history. This is about these statues were put up to send a racist message. Same with these Confederate flags. These things were put up to send a message and to send a hateful message. And it's time to evolve. It's been time. You want to worry about preserving history? Fine. Put that statue in a museum. Put those flags in a museum. There you go. Put them in a museum of history, where we recognize, hey, not all of our history is something to be proud of. Well, in fact, a lot of it isn't. So here's what a representative has to say. If we want to preserve history, then let's tell it the right way. Right now, there are 8 alcoves in the Capitol. 7 are filled with white men. How about getting a lady in there? My daughter is 16. I would love for her to come to the Capitol and see a lady up there. What's wrong with Ann Dallas Dudley getting in that alcove? What's wrong with someone like Dolly Parton being put in that alcove? Faison is right. Women should be represented in the Capitol. When it comes to halting praise of a racist KKK leader, though, it seems obvious that maybe they should honor someone who's not white too, says the article. Okay, interesting. Totally. I mean, I like Dolly Parton. I'd be cool if a Dolly Parton statue went up there. I'd be totally cool. We'll see what happens. But hopefully the big no-brainer is that they get rid of the Nathan Forrest statue. That's the big no-brainer. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't honor this guy. Isn't that great? That's the worst of the article. Here, let's go over it again. I mean, the article is supposed to be tongue-in-cheek, and it's funny. I mean, I like it, but a few decades later, local legislators are finally realizing a grand wizard should probably not be honored. Somebody made a phone call. Somebody made a phone call, and they were like, I had a crazy thought this morning. I was having my oatmeal, and I was like, this guy, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. Maybe it's time we move a little forward. I don't know. Call me crazy. People kind of realize this. This isn't bad. This might not be a good thing. We should probably do something. Brilliant. Well, we'll see what happens. Thank you for the Music Monday Truth to Tweet. And, I'd be cool with a Dolly Parton statue. Dolly Parton wrote some amazing tunes, done a lot for the state of Tennessee. I've never been to Dolly World. I never went. I would drive by it all the time. Because, when I lived in Nashville, this was a couple years ago, and I was what you would call a road comic, which is exactly what it sounds like. I was a comedian who just made my living on the road. I would go from club to club to club to college to wherever else, and I would perform. And I pretty much I traveled about 45 weeks a year. And Nashville was my home base, which was, a good home base to have because you're literally smack dab in the middle of most of the most populated parts of the country. So anyway, it's a good time. So there's that. And I went past Dolly World a bunch, but never stopped. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and